While the world has been fixated on the rise of electric vehicles, EVs, one company has been quietly working behind the scenes, preparing to unveil a groundbreaking innovation that could shake the entire automotive industry to its core. Christian von Koenigsegg, the visionary CEO of Koenigsegg, has made a bold claim. Their new engine will obliterate the entire EV industry. But what is this revolutionary technology, and why are industry insiders saying it could rewrite the future of performance cars forever? Let's dive in. Engineering excellence beyond limits. In a recent announcement that has sent shockwaves through the automotive world, Koenigsegg's CEO declared that their new engine will not only challenge but potentially surpass the capabilities of electric vehicles. To understand the significance of this claim, we need to look at Koenigsegg's history of defying conventions and pushing the boundaries of engineering. The story of Koenigsegg begins in 1994, when a young Swedish entrepreneur, Christian von Koenigsegg, set out with a singular dream: to build the ultimate hypercar. Unlike legacy automakers with decades of history, Koenigsegg was founded from scratch, driven by ambition, ingenuity, and an unwavering refusal to accept limitations. At a time when major manufacturers were content with incremental advancements, Koenigsegg sought to leap ahead by rethinking performance from the ground up. The company's first production model, the CC8S, debuted in 2002 and immediately set the tone for what Koenigsegg was all about. It featured a carbon fiber monocoque chassis, an engineering breakthrough that drastically reduced weight while maintaining structural integrity. This wasn't borrowed from Formula One or adapted from existing concepts. It was a genuine innovation that would later become standard in high-performance vehicles. The CC8S was proof that Koenigsegg could achieve what others deemed impossible. But Koenigsegg wasn't content with just creating fast cars. The company wanted to redefine what a combustion engine could do. Over the years, they introduced increasingly powerful models, each one pushing the boundaries further than the last. The Agera RS, released in 2015, smashed records, becoming the fastest production car in the world with a staggering top speed of 284.55 miles per hour. While other manufacturers turned to hybrid or fully electric powertrains for insane acceleration, Koenigsegg remained committed to internal combustion, incorporating groundbreaking technologies that made their engines more efficient and powerful than ever before. Then came the Jesko, a car designed to surpass the mythical 300-mile-per-hour barrier, a feat once thought impossible for road-legal vehicles. Named after Christian's father, the Jesko combined extreme aerodynamics with a lightweight V8 engine that delivered an unprecedented power-to-weight ratio. Around the same time, Koenigsegg introduced the Gemera, the company's first four-seater, proving that practicality and high performance could coexist. What made the Gemera truly remarkable was its hybrid powertrain, which combined a twin-turbo three-cylinder engine with electric motors, producing an almost unbelievable level of power output. Koenigsegg's success lies in its refusal to blindly follow industry trends. While the rest of the automotive world rushed toward full electrification, Koenigsegg remained skeptical. Not because electric vehicles aren't fast or technologically impressive, but because the company believes internal combustion engines still have untapped potential. While other brands abandoned traditional engineering in favor of battery-powered platforms, Koenigsegg was perfecting its free-valve technology, a camless engine system that significantly enhances efficiency, power delivery, and emissions control. This technology alone was a game-changer, proving that internal combustion engines could still evolve in ways no one had imagined. The cracks in the EV revolution. Despite the massive push for electrification, Koenigsegg saw the cracks forming in the EV revolution. Battery technology, while improving, still has significant limitations. Charging infrastructure remains underdeveloped, raw material shortages are a growing concern, and environmental issues related to battery production are raising red flags. Consumers who once embraced EVs are beginning to question whether they are truly the future or just a stepping stone. Meanwhile, Koenigsegg continued to perfect combustion engines, proving that there was still another path forward. But what makes Koenigsegg such a disruptor isn't just its commitment to combustion technology, it's the fact that the company consistently achieves what others deem impossible. While mainstream automakers spend years refining minor upgrades, Koenigsegg introduces radical new ideas and executes them flawlessly. The company isn't bound by shareholder pressure or government regulations pushing for forced electrification. It answers only to engineering ambition and the pursuit of absolute performance. At a time when many in the automotive world were declaring the death of internal combustion, Koenigsegg was proving that it could still be pushed further. This commitment has led to what could be its most revolutionary innovation yet. But to understand the full impact of this new engine, we need to look at the bigger picture and examine the state of the EV industry. A battle of technologies. In recent years, electric vehicles have surged to the forefront of the automotive industry, driven by a combination of government regulations, environmental concerns, and significant investments from major automakers. Governments worldwide have implemented stringent emission standards and offered tax incentives to promote the adoption of EVs. For instance, in the United States, a federal tax credit of up to $7,500 has been available for the purchase of electric cars, making them more financially accessible to consumers. Additionally, policies such as reduced registration fees and free parking for EVs have been introduced to further encourage their adoption. Major automakers have responded to this regulatory environment by investing heavily in electrification.
Despite its marketed benefits,
companies like Tesla, Ford, General Motors, Porsche, and Mercedes-Benz have allocated substantial resources to develop new electric models and expand their EV lineups. However, despite these advancements, EV technology faces several significant challenges. One primary concern is the reliance on lithium-ion batteries, which require raw materials such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel. The extraction of these materials raises environmental and ethical issues, including habitat destruction and labor rights violations. Additionally, batteries degrade over time, leading to reduced range and performance. Another obstacle is the underdeveloped charging infrastructure. Many regions lack sufficient charging stations, contributing to range anxiety among potential EV buyers. While efforts are underway to expand this infrastructure, progress has been slow, and fast charging stations remain scarce. Performance limitations also pose challenges. The weight of battery packs can negatively impact handling and efficiency. Additionally, real-world efficiency can vary, and batteries are susceptible to overheating, especially under high-performance conditions. These factors can deter enthusiasts seeking vehicles that offer both sustainability and exhilarating driving experiences. In contrast, internal combustion engine, ICE technology, has continued to evolve, challenging the notion that it is obsolete. Modern advancements include turbocharging, direct fuel injection, and hybrid assist systems, which have significantly improved fuel efficiency and performance. These innovations demonstrate that ICEs can adapt to contemporary demands for cleaner and more efficient transportation. Koenigsegg exemplifies this progressive approach to ICE innovation. The Jesko model features a 1,600 horsepower engine capable of running on E85 biofuel, showcasing the potential of flex fuel technology to deliver high performance while utilizing renewable energy sources. This approach not only reduces carbon emissions, but also maintains the visceral experience associated with high-performance driving. Another groundbreaking innovation from Koenigsegg is the development of free-valve technology. This camless engine design allows for precise control of each valve, optimizing airflow and combustion. The result is increased power output, improved fuel efficiency, and reduced emissions. By eliminating traditional camshafts, free-valve technology offers greater flexibility and responsiveness, setting a new standard for ICE performance. The Gemera, Koenigsegg's four-seater hypercar, initially showcased the company's commitment to redefining ICE capabilities. It was announced that the Gemera would be powered by a compact three-cylinder engine known as the Tiny Friendly Giant, TFG, using free-valve technology. This engine was designed to produce 600 horsepower and 600 newton-meters of torque, a remarkable achievement for its size. The TFG engine was intended to drive the front wheels while also charging the batteries, showcasing a harmonious blend of ICE and electric power. However, in July 2024, Christian von Koenigsegg announced that the three-cylinder powertrain using the TFG had been shelved due to limited customer interest, and the Gemera would instead be offered with an updated version of the 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine from the Jesko. This decision underscores Koenigsegg's adaptability and commitment to delivering what customers truly want. The EV industry's struggles. The electric vehicle industry is navigating a critical inflection point, characterized by a complex interplay of technological, economic, and market challenges. What was once viewed as an inevitable and rapid transition to electric mobility is now revealing itself to be a more nuanced and gradual transformation. Global automotive manufacturers are confronting a multifaceted landscape of obstacles that are forcing a strategic recalibration of their electrification ambitions. At the forefront of these challenges are significant economic barriers. The initial promise of electric vehicles, lower operating costs, and reduced environmental impact is being tempered by substantial upfront costs and infrastructure limitations. Despite technological advancements and economies of scale gradually reducing battery prices, the purchase price of electric vehicles remains notably higher than comparable ICE vehicles. This price differential continues to be a significant deterrent for many consumers, particularly in markets with economic uncertainty. The infrastructure supporting electric vehicles presents another critical challenge. Charging networks, while expanding, remain inconsistent and inadequate in many regions. Range anxiety persists as a genuine concern for potential buyers, with the availability and reliability of charging stations varying dramatically between urban and rural areas. This infrastructure gap is particularly pronounced in countries with less developed electrical grids or in regions with extreme weather conditions, where EV performance can be significantly impacted. Major automotive manufacturers are responding to these challenges with increasingly cautious and pragmatic approaches. Even companies that were once aggressive in their electrification timelines are now undertaking significant strategic adjustments. Ford, for instance, has canceled plans for several all-electric SUV models, while General Motors has scaled back its production targets. Mercedes-Benz reported a substantial decline in electric vehicle sales, and Volkswagen has delayed its EV expansion plans. These actions reflect a broader industry recognition that the path to electric mobility is more complex than initially anticipated. The global supply chain has emerged as another critical factor complicating EV production. Raw material costs for essential battery components, including lithium, cobalt, and nickel, have demonstrated significant volatility, creating additional economic uncertainty. Geopolitical tensions and disruptions stemming from the 2020 pandemic have further exposed the fragility of the automotive supply chain, leading to component shortages and production delays that have rippled through the industry. Government policies and incentives are also undergoing significant transformations. While many regions initially offered robust subsidies and tax incentives to promote EV adoption, some are now scaling back these programs. The European Union, for example, has extended CO2 emission target deadlines, signaling a more measured approach to automotive electrification. These policy shifts create additional uncertainty for manufacturers and consumers alike. Consumer perception and technological expectations play a crucial role in the EV market's evolution. Many potential buyers remain concerned about battery longevity, replacement costs, and performance in diverse environmental conditions. The real-world performance of electric vehicles, particularly in extreme temperatures, continues to be a point of scrutiny and skepticism for many consumers. This complex scenario has prompted serious discussions about the most practical path forward for sustainable transportation. Rather than seeing the current challenges as a defeat of electric vehicle technology, industry experts are increasingly advocating for a more balanced approach. Hybrid vehicles and continued improvements to ICE technologies are being reconsidered as viable interim solutions that can provide meaningful emissions reductions while addressing current technological and infrastructure limitations. The current state of the EV industry reflects a mature and realistic assessment of the enormous complexity involved in transforming a global transportation ecosystem. It is not a binary transition from fossil fuels to electric power, but a nuanced, multi-year journey that will require continuous innovation, infrastructure development, and adaptive strategies from manufacturers, governments, and consumers alike.
Despite its marketed benefits,
looking forward,
might not taste
the
as
most
natural.
successful approaches will likely be those that embrace flexibility and incremental progress. It is a time for careful strategy, continued investment in research and development, and a recognition that technological transitions are rarely smooth or straightforward. The hybrid revolution, a more practical solution. The debate between internal combustion engines and electric vehicles has paved the way for a compelling alternative: hybrid vehicles.